Hey guys, how's everyone doing? So I'm here today just to give my little review or little spiel on the iPad Air from last year. So here we go, right here. I actually love this little thing. It's very lightweight compared to my iPad Pro from 5 billion years ago. But there's a few cons. I want to get to those first actually. Got my iPad, got my Magic Keyboard here in white. This thing weighs a ton. You put this on with the iPad Air that weighs probably a little over a pound. I'm not gonna get into all that, but probably a little over a pound. You put this on, it weighs about 5 pounds. I'm probably over exaggerating, but yeah, that's how it is. Basically this weighs, it's so lightweight. That's what I love about it. It's so lightweight, you can bring this anywhere with you without, well, if you drop it, you're kind of screwed. But I love it because it's so lightweight. It's not heavy compared to probably the other iPad Pros, which I haven't had my hands on in never. So, I just love this. It's extremely lightweight, obviously. It's perfect size for me. It's only, 11 inches compared to the 12.9 inch iPad Pro that I have. Even the iPad Pros out now that are like 12.9 inches, and then you have your 11 inch. So I'm still gonna get the 12.9 inch iPad Pro with the M1 chip in it eventually. I just don't know when, considering the iPadOS announcements today weren't really overwhelming in my opinion. They just didn't blow to me. They just didn't blow out to me. So that's just my opinion. Anyways, but this iPad, the iPad Air is very fast because obviously scrolling is very fast. I'm not going to get into my other iPad Pro, which is probably dead because I don't charge it much. Anyways, it's very fast. Another pro to this one, the Touch ID right here and the power button. So I have right here and then up, which obviously my passcode, and I'm not gonna give that to you all. So do that, and I haven't been using the wallpapers in here because I prefer my abstract art, this is more abstract and more me. All right, a few cons to the iPad Air. Obviously, I said with the Magic Keyboard being on it, it weighs 5 pounds heavier, maybe 10, who knows. I'm not gonna get into the weights and all that because it's too much. But my main problem, there needs to be Touch ID and Face ID integrated into the iPads and also into the iPhones. But will that happen this year? Who knows? Because anyone can get onto your iPhone or your iPad with just your face, even if you're like sleeping or something, which is kind of creepy in my opinion, but it's gonna happen. That's just me. But also people can even use your finger, but obviously there's always 3 ways of getting into your phones and your iPads and into your MacBooks. But MacBooks, you still have your Touch ID, you have your face, you have your password and all that. But for here, you got your iPad and your iPhone. You got your Touch ID, which I haven't used that Touch ID for iPhone since before my iPhone X, which is about 3 years ago, I'm thinking. No, 4 years ago. 4 years ago. Yeah, anyways, but my opinion for the iPads and the iPhones, there needs to be Touch ID and Face ID integrated into anything. I mean, even if it's like under the surface of there, like for Android phones, like I have a Samsung Galaxy S21 and that has both. So time for Apple to step it up and get the game rolling and put Touch ID back into their phones. That would make my life so much simpler. So that's all I have to say about this lovely device that I'm like in love with. So streaming is great on it. I can watch my movies and all that, so I love it. So hope everyone has a good start of their week. Bye.